2021, he had 2 collapsed lungs. He tells Contact 7 investigator David Clue you should not trust the claim that vaping is a safe alternative to smoking.
I would.
Vaping is an epidemic and it is highly addictive. With fruity flavors, puffy smoke clouds, and a nicotine rush that hits even faster than smoking cigarettes, vaping is the new teen hobby. Now, for those of you that don't know, vaping is the process of inhaling and exhaling an aerosol vapor produced by a vape pen or an e-cigarette. Now, vapes or electronic cigarettes were originally created as a healthy alternative to smoking. The cigarette PSAs may have worked and luckily curbed cigarette use in teens, but vaping is another story. In fact, the percentage of teens vaping has increased from about 5% in 2011 to over 25% in 2019. Now, characteristics of health-compromising behaviors like vaping are picked up due to peer pressure, the habitualness and addictiveness of the behavior, and the window of vulnerability during adolescence. And as you can see from this video of teens vaping, it seems like everyone's doing it, so why not? Not only does the peer pressure increase smoking, but the nicotine rush is stronger than smoking cigarettes. Now, when you vape, the nicotine enters your bloodstream through your lungs, where it makes its way through the blood-brain barrier, which then increases dopamine, giving you a temporary elevated mood and heightened state of mental awareness and muscle relaxation. Nicotine, like smoking and vaping, is also seen as a pleasurable and social activity, making it highly addictive. Another addictive part of vaping is its association with stress relief. When a vapor is stressed, they can just inhale their vape and get an instant dopamine hit, making them quote-unquote feel better, when in reality, they're only making themselves feel worse. Another possibly drawing factor for teens in vaping is that it curbs your appetite, making you lose weight. However, this is in a very unhealthy way. Now that we know many teens and young adults are addicted and motivated to vape, let's jump into the risks and prevention of this habit. To start, let's talk about the negative effects of vaping. So, vaping lets you inhale toxic chemicals into your lungs, such as ultrafine particles, flavorants such as diacetyl, a chemical linked to serious lung disease, and vital organic compounds such as heavy metals, nickel, tin, and lead. Symptoms of vaping include shortness of breath, headaches, and nausea. Long-term risks are asthma, lung injuries, lung inflammation, organ damage, lung scarring, and cancer. By February 2020, the CDC recorded almost 3,000 hospitalizations and 68 deaths due to vaping-related injuries. Now, I want you to think that if you had all this lung damage, shortness of breath, and overall poor health, imagine how hard it would be to achieve your goals. Sports performance and overall long-term health and wellness are at risk. It is probably really hard to win a race with lung damage, really hard to enjoy your family and friends long-term with lung damage and possible cancer. Now, besides the risks, to prevent vaping, the power of a good role model cannot be forgotten. It is important for teachers, parents, and other older figures to model healthy behavior. And not only modeling is important, but spreading the message. A common situation experienced among high schoolers everywhere is students vaping in the bathroom. The common response teachers usually give when one is vaping in the bathroom is, vaping is not allowed on school property, when instead, this could be used as a teaching moment. Role models should spread the message on why vaping is harmful to our health and can also ask what is causing the behavior. Vaping can be hard if your friends are doing it, but we can only control our own behavior. Self-efficacy is one's ability to control one's practice of a behavior. Now, the theory of planned behavior can help someone stop vaping. It starts by shifting attitudes, norms, and perceived behavioral control to stop a behavior. To start the theory of planned behavior, we start towards our own attitudes towards vaping. So, we take on our beliefs about the outcome of behavior. So, if I stop vaping, I will stop damaging my body and my overall health will improve. Then you evaluate the outcomes of quitting vaping. Having good health is something I value. Next, we move on to the subjective norms regarding vaping. A normative belief such as, my family and friends do not like that I vape because it is bad for my health and well-being. Next, we move on to our motivation to comply. I want to do what they want me to do because it is in my best interest. So, after the attitudes and subjective norms, we move on to perceived behavioral control. I will be able to stop vaping. Now you have the behavioral intent to stop vaping. Therefore, the health behavior is adopted to quit vaping.